podcast. I'm your host, Gongo Mildred, and I'm so happy that you've joined me again on another Saturday for another episode. I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so happy. Thank you for coming back. On today's episode, I wanted to talk about social media and just the good, the bad, the ugly. I mean, a lot of people have spoken about this topic, and a lot of people have different takes on it. My take is not superior. My take is not more interesting. My take is nothing more than what you have thought of, I'm sure. It's just that it's my musings. Yeah. So for me, social media is good and it is bad. It just depends on how you use it, on how you consume it, and what your intentions are when you get into it. Well, I was in college. That's the first time I joined Facebook. I remember Facebook was still new and I didn't have a phone. So a friend of mine called Morgan, he was with me at Utali and he had a phone and it had the internet. So he could connect with the internet. And so he had Facebook. I remember using his phone to look for friends. And I remember even stalking somebody using I don't know if he remembers this. I remember stalking an ex using his phone. If you had one of my first episodes, I was talking about people I thought I was in love with, but I wasn't. One of the guys I mentioned there, how I got to know that he was cheating on his girlfriend with me is through my friend Morgan's phone. When I got onto Facebook using his profile, and I saw the messages that my ex was exchanging with his girlfriend from uni. So that's how I got to know that he was cheating on her with me. And you know how that ended if you listen to that episode. So yeah, that is how I got to find out. And so when I got my first phone, that's when I also, okay, not my first phone, because my first phone was a phone that was given to me by my uncle. I love for that didn't end up well. And the second one also didn't end up well. But anyway, when I got my first phone, the one that I bought for myself, I don't remember what Nokia type that was, but hizo siku ni Nokia zilikuwa zinavuma, but it was a Nokia and it connected to the internet. And so I would buy bundles and I will go online. I got onto Facebook and I would see these people and I would meet people. So Facebook was the first one that I got into. And so as the years went by, kukakuwa na Twitter, now X, and then of course WhatsApp, and hizi zingine zimekuja kina Snapchat, akina Telegram, akina nini, all of these others, Instagram, all of these others that have come up. But personally, I use Facebook and I use Instagram and I use WhatsApp. TikTok, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of TikTok, mostly because of the things that I see sometimes when I get there. And X, juicy, literally juicy, nimeingia X, I was looking for somebody. So if you read stories on Wattpad, if you've ever read any story on Wattpad, I'll talk about that some other time. Wattpad, people go on Wattpad and they publish stories. So they're usually for free. And you can go and read there like an assortment of stories over there. Mostly fan fictions. Like these shows that we watch on, Netflix, Amatu, online, nini. We watch these shows and then people look at the shows and they start creating their own fan fictions off of the story that they're watching on TV. And so they go and write them down on Wattpad. And then you can go and read the vituko watu andika hiyo place. It's just weird. So there's this person who used to write very beautiful stories on Wattpad. And I wanted to reread a story the other day, juzi vile nimesema, and I go and I search for it and it's telling me that author is no longer there, that story is not there. And I'm like, what's happening? So I searched for another book that she wrote. Also, that one is not there. And a third one, also that one is not there. And I'm like, what is happening? So did this woman did she delete the stories? Did she block me? What's happening? So I go to her YouTube page. Also, that one is deleted. Her Instagram page, also that one is deleted. And so I go on X and I search for her name. And oh my God, the thing that came on my screen, people share porn on X. Sorry to say this and to ask this, but people do that? Because I searched this woman's name and that is what came up. Like, it wasn't her name. One of her names was mentioned because one of the people who were acting these things was the first name of this person. And her second name was also mentioned in the same thing, but it happens to be the other person's name. Sijaifunga simu yangu mbio hivyo, because it's X. People share these things on X. I thought TikTok no ilikuwa mbaya, but people also share these things on X. I was like, yeah, it's a good thing I never go there. So the only reason I use X is because of Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. They usually post whenever they have SPN shows, like whenever they're meeting their fans, the cons and the whatever, whenever they're meeting them, they usually post them there and they just go and like. Actually, I never even open X because they come as notification on my phone. Na skuma hivyo chini and I click on like. That's what I do. Like, don't remember the last time I was just on X checking. And the last time I was on X was years ago when I was starting my blog. There's this guy that was publishing. He also has a blog and he would write stories, but his were what? They were the same stories, like almost the same as the ones on Wattpad. Wait, they're smart on those. Okay. I've read things, my God, I've read things. Mungu asiwe judge na hizo vitu nimesoma because So I started reading his because he would post them, his link on his X account, on his Twitter account. And so that's how I started chatting with him. And alinipatia hata motisha ya kuanzisha my blog back in 2020. So since then ni kitambo, it's been years since I've been on X, like ile tu kwenda kuangalia what people are talking about nini, I don't like it. But even Facebook, the last time I was on Facebook ni kitambo. Like Facebook niingianga tu ile nikipata notification ya mtu ya birthday, and it's somebody I want to wish a happy birthday, I'll do it. Every once in a while niingie tu niangalia what is happening over there and I log out. But I'm not a fan of Facebook nowadays, not like before ile siku za kwanza, because nowadays whatever people post on Instagram is what they also post on Facebook, so ni kama kudouble share. So sitaenda Facebook ni like tena, niingie Instagram ni like tena. No, I'll enter on Instagram because huko kuna vitu mingi, taona mapicha za watu nini, like you get to know people's lives through pictures, hata kama zingine ni za uongo, they're lying about their lives, but I don't care. But I'll do that on Instagram. I don't want to be lied to twice. Like you lied to me on Instagram, I like your photo, then I come to Facebook again, I see the same lies and I like, I'm not going to like your lies twice. So no, I don't do that. But yeah, I sometimes get onto Facebook, I check na share 1 or 2 memes nimeona hapo. If I like them, I wish some people happy birthday and I leave. Instagram is where my heart is at. I wake up in the morning, I pray, I go on Instagram. That's just something that I do. I check out some things. I go on the Explorer page. I follow some stories like the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni case. I follow these things from there. Whenever Harry Styles is touring, oh my God, my Explorer page. Inakwanga ni yeah. All over the place. You enter and it's just Harry Styles. What he was wearing, what he said, how he danced, how he smiled, oh my God, I love it. So, and when it's not him, it's somebody else, it's something new that is trending, it's whatever, I see that on my Explorer page. By the way, the thing I do with Instagram, I enter and then I go to the stories. I check out people's stories. Not everybody, nitaangalia stories kama 10, like the first 10. Alafu after I'm done with that, I go to my timeline kidogo, like 4-5 people, and then I end up on my Explorer page. Like naangalia tu huko, na search watu nini, I do that and then I leave. But so that's where I spend most of my time. But then over the last couple of years, nime realize I'm not a social media person because I don't understand. People's lives have been filled with so much fakeness and they always go. It's like you're trying to up one another. Unataka kujionyesha, no, I have more than you. Na mwingine anataka kujionyesha, I also have more than you. Somebody said like ukibarikiwa na Mungu fanya vitu zako polepole, chini ya maji, watu waone huko chini. But then Terence Creative said one time like akiteseka alikuwa anateseka mbele ya macho ya watu. Saizi Mungu amempatia, lazima watu waone mbele ya watu. Mungu aonyeshe watu vile anampea pia, so you cannot hide. Lakini kuna wale watu tumeona vile their process has come, the way they started from scratch, akina nini Njugush with his wife Sele, akina Abel, akina hata huyo Terence na wengine. We have seen the way they have grown in this platform. We have seen the way their lives have changed from when they were, just starting out, wamekaa wameparara and everything, and now where they've come to. That is the beauty of social media. It has enabled us to see such things. And if you want to get into the same spaces, then you look at them and you're like, these people have gotten to where they are through hard work. Because you have seen their hard work. You have seen how they started. You have seen how Njugush used to make his skits. Akiwa na Kate Actress, akiwa na Sele, and all his other friends that he used to bring on. And we saw how he has just built his life and his career. Na ndo huyu saizi ako na basi mbili kwa barabara, matatu mbili kwa barabara. Like, I mean, isn't that something positive to get from there? You have seen it, you have seen how he has grown, you have seen how he's developed, and you're like, Mungu nisaidie nikuwe na akili kama huyu mjamaa, because vile amekuja. It is very positive, and you can even hear it from his friends. Abel Mtua Mkuru, like, God bless that man. You saw how he started time ya COVID. Ye na stool na mtoi wake akimvideo, like hapo tu na simu. He started telling his stories, recording them on his phone, and now he has a whole production team. And they're doing great, great things with the Mkurugenzi thing. Like, I mean, seriously. What? Those are some of the beauties of social media. Kuna wengine kuna watu wengine kwa hizi mitandao tunawaangalianga unabaki, I wouldn't want my child to see this person. Even me myself, I do not want to see this person. I know they exist, but I do not want to follow their lives. I do not want to see them because, one, it's either they are faking for the socials. Number two, whatever it is that they are doing is not, I know they say, hakuna celeb anasema ati alitaka kuwa role model wa mtu, but it's just something that they do. Wako kwa mitandao, wako in spaces where we can see them and see their lives. Alafu unapata mtoto wa mtu ameangalia mtu kama huyu, anasema this is my role model. Unaangalia unasema, I wouldn't want to learn anything from this person. Because whatever it is they're doing is just not like you. It's not something that is admirable or enviable or anything like that. So social media lies to us a lot, but it has also been positive to a couple of people. For me personally, it has been positive and it has been negative. Positive in the sense that kama vile nimesema, kina Njugusha, kina Abel, the way you see their lives, and those are the people that I follow. Now Angalia, and I'm like, these are the people that I want to emulate. They're not like my role models, but they're things, the aspects in their lives that I look at and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do this because they did it. And I've seen that it has worked for them. But also I have to remember that just because it worked for them doesn't mean that it has to work for me. Okay, or it's going to work for me. You have to understand that while you're watching them, while you're watching their lives, you have to understand. Social media, a lot of people go there and they lie. My God, misinformations, lies, fake news, nini. Mtu unaingia huko unabaki, what did you just say? What did you just do? Kitu imeanziwa, uongo ilianziwa huko. These gossip sites, they just take a little, okay, I could be like recording what I'm recording now and I put it online. These people will come and take a little snippet of what I said, put it online, and it will be misconstrued. It will be taken out of context. It will be diagnosed by people. Itapatiwa kila aina ya ugonjwa. And I'm there. Mimi nimesema kitu in a way, in one way, and I didn't mean any malice, I didn't mean any harm. Lakini wamechukua tu patio ndogo wameenda wameiweka. Then mtu mwenye alisikiza yote ndo atakuja na context aseme, hey yo, no, haikuwa niamaanisha hivi vile mnichukulia. This is what they said. I've seen that about Trevor Noah. Because Trevor Noah, he will come and during his podcast is called What Now with Trevor Noah. So he will take a snippet of his podcast and then he'll post it on Instagram and his, socials. Alafu, people will come and listen and they will start commenting just because of what he has said there. Badala ya kuisikiza wabaki, the way I know this man, the way I know this Trevor Noah, I don't think anaweza sema kitu kama hii, like just randomly like that. Let me go and listen to the podcast, alafu nione alikuwa anasema ni, let me see the context, let me understand the whole story behind this clip. Unaona, people don't do that. Wanakuja tu hapo wanaweza kuambia, oh, umekuwa mbaya siku hizi, oh, you're very terrible, oh, your support is doing nini. And I'm like, one, he's a celeb. Just because he's a celeb does not mean that he has to take a side of a war and announce it publicly. Because no matter what he says, the other side will always insult him. The other side will always be like, why didn't you take our side? So you are this kind of person because you took this other side and these people stand for this. And you forget that just because I support a cause does not mean that I'm always supporting them in every other thing they do. A person can be bad, but then they end up doing one good thing. When they do this one good thing, I'm supposed to be like, yes, this person did this one good thing. Because like a while back, he said something positive about Kanye West. It was after the Grammys, and Kanye West had showed up on the red carpet with his girlfriend or wife, actually the wife, oh my God. And then she was like naked on the red carpet. So while during the podcast, he said something about Kanye that was positive. He wasn't saying Kanye is the best person, the best human being, and what he did was okay. No. But watu kwa comments ya hiyo clip alieka Instagram. Hey. And you're like, what is your problem? One, if you don't support this person, leave. Just unfollow. But if you support them and you know them, it means that you love this person. Why would your mind go fast to, oh, this person, why is he defending a man who was abusive to his wife? Because again, none of those things have been proven. And I'm not taking Kanye's side by the poll. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, before you find out the truth, just don't. Like social media can lead you down a dark hole. Paka unaangalia unabaki, huku ni wapi naenda. Same social media. This lady that was writing the books that I was looking for on Wattpad, this lady was leading a fan fiction sort of Instagram page. I don't know. So she was writing the books and she was very good at it. Because of what she was talking about, people have fans because of the topics she was talking about. It was about two amazing musicians. And I loved them. People loved them. And whatever she was saying sounded like it was true. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, because she does not know these musicians personally. We do not know these musicians personally. I followed her because I loved the way she told a story. And I will always follow a good story, no matter if it's a lie ama ni ukweli. So the way this lady used to do, the way she started, it was positive. And she will talk about both sides of these people, and she will say good things about them. Whenever they were on the wrong, she will comment on it, and she will be like, okay, yeah, whenever they were wronged online, she will take their side, she will defend them and all of this. And I was with her every step of the way. I would agree. Until ikafika mahali, and she switched sides on one of these musicians. Na akaanza kusema that one was bad to the other one. He was abusive, he was narcissistic, he was all of these things. And I'm like, okay, no. One, you are not sure of what you're saying. This is like, these are your musings. The way this, whatever I'm talking about, these are my musings. Those are your musings. Those are the things that you think you know about these people. Those are the things that you assume about these people. You have no proof that they did anything wrong. You have no proof that either of them did anything wrong. You have no proof. But uko hapo unaangalia, unaongea, you want to make us believe that it's true. Whatever it is that you're saying is true. You want us to believe that this person was bad, that this person was hateful and narcissistic and abusive towards this other person. And the way she always spoke about this other person is like, ni kama ni mtoto mdogo. Alikuwa anabebwa tu from one person to the other. Haizi jitetea, haizi jifanyia anything. And I was like, if that's the kind of person that person really is, I wouldn't want to follow them. I wouldn't want to be their fan. Because what you're describing is a loser. Is somebody who has no backbone. Why would I want to be a fan of such a person? But then alienda too, and people followed her. Well, she was being negative about a human being. A human being, mark you, that she has never met. She doesn't know ati hivi anamjua. Whatever she's saying is speculation. Like mtu akataka kumsua neza msu na ashinde. I know everybody has the right of free speech, but still, if the lawyers wanted to get her good, they would. And I was like, no, I'm not going to follow this person anymore. Alafu alikuwa akiongea hivyo, people report her account, inafungwa. So anafungua ingine. Again, she opens another one, she does the same thing, people report her account, inafungwa. Nilimfollow mara mbili mara tatu, nikabaki, I'm not going to do that anymore. Because when I was following her the first 2 times, ilikuwa ni, hakuwa amekuwa so toxic. But by the end of it, when she was opening the third one, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to follow her again. Because now you've become toxic. Alasa sijui nini imefanyika ndo amedelete all her accounts. So I think maybe amefanya kitu ingine tena, wamemthreaten or something. Because she was becoming too much. So social media people understand that they have the power to ruin people or to make them. Ye alichukua this opportunity, akaona, okay, I can attract these people by this. And then she wrote books, she sold them to people. People bought them because of what she was saying in this channel. Because they followed her on this channel. The power of social media. And then akafika, oh, nimeuza enough books. Now I can go and, maybe, I think because I read somewhere that somebody said maybe it was a strategy for her to now get more people to buy her books. Like afanye, wanasemanga hakuna bad publicity. Anything you do, as long as inakufanya watu wanakujua, wanakuongelea, then that's good. So I think that's why she was doing it. When she started being negative, she was trying to get people to talk more about her. And the more they talk about her and they come and they see that she's selling books and they buy them. But I was like, no, because it can go the other way. She had the power to do something good. She ended up making people, because hata ukiangalia the accounts, because while she went to the third account, she didn't delete the second one. So you could still see, I'm not the only person who didn't follow her to the third account. So many people. She had like more than 2,000 followers at the time, but in this new account, she had like 1,000 and something. So more than 1,000 people refused to follow her to the other account. The power of social media. You do something, you take a story and you put it out there, and you want people to comment and you want people to follow, to agree. And it can be negative or positive depending on who it's affecting. So it's not about just fake lifestyles and stuff like that. Ni pia the lies that are being told, the lies that are being sold to us. Unapata sijui mafuta fulani imekuja and they have put it out there, and every woman now wants to apply it. You forget your face, just because this nini. I remember niliona Judy Nyawera was talking to Celestine Dinda, and they were talking about social media, and they were like, unaona mtu a celebrity and advertise kitu fulani, and you just want to go and buy it because so and so was advertising it. You forget that just because advertising it doesn't mean that it's the best for you. Umeona mtu amekuja hapo na skincare routine, wewe you do not know your skin type. You do not know what agrees with you and what does not agree with you. Umeenda hapo umenunua kila kitu amesema, oh hiyo umelot zote. Umepaka kwa uso yako, umeamka asubuhi umejaa na vitu kwa uso. Utalaumu nani? Celeb? Yeye amelipwa ku advertise. Yeye amejaribu, imeagree na skin yake. I don't know if they give disclaimers, maybe kwa the product itself, but ama celebs zonangi kama wanaekanga disclaimer like uende ukachekiwe na daktari. A dermatologist is supposed to tell you what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Because hizo vitu zote unaona za skincare routine, not all of them will work with every skin type. So unafaa ujue skin type yako, ujue what agrees with you and what doesn't agree with you. We just don't go there na uchukue, oh, Jackie Matube is advertising a booster. Umechukua, umejipaka. Sijui nani mwingine ana advertise gani ingine, umechukua, umepaka. Idealisha ana advertise ingine into a malaya. Oh my God, that name. Anyway, it means different things in different places. Umechukua, umepaka. You do not know what agrees with your skin, and yet umeenda kujieka hizi vitu because so and so said and I'm their fan. Alafu inakulipukia, you go back to them and you're like, you lied to me. I applied this thing on my face and it backfired. Of course it backfired. That person is not a doctor. And before she started applying, I'm sure alienda katestiwa ndo akajua what works for her. Wewe umekuja umechukua, umejipaka, na ujui if it works for you, if it doesn't work for you. You see people in the gym, na pia unaamua unaamka asubuhi, unaenda gym. Haujui what has made these people to go to the gym. Haujui mbona wameanza kuenda. Wewe mwenye, yes, want to be healthy and work out and exercise. Umefika huko umeona hao wanaendanga kwa treadmill wanafanya hivi. Unafanya for the first time, unatapika yako yote. Why? Because your body is not used to it. Na hujatafuta trainer, personal trainer, ama nutritionist ama nini, akakuexplainia before you start, you should do this and you should do this and you should do that. Umeenda tu ukaanza because, my favorite content creator does it and they do it so well, so I'm also going to be doing it. Umeona Celeste Ndinda ameenda amekimbia 21 kilometers marathon. Wewe umeenda umekimbia. Unaangukia kwa watu una faint. Like social media, you should take everything you see with a pinch of salt. Have your own brain. Angalia kile unaangalia and also think for yourself. Be like, so I'm seeing you advertising this and I think it might work for me. I like that product, but let me do my own research, find out if it works for me as well. Otherwise, you're doing nothing. You'll go do it and it will end up harming you. Umendapo mona story imeandikwa about somebody. It's a gossip column writing about a person. Umeenda kwa comments, umeanza kucomment. Umetukana mtoto wa watu. And I'm like, why are you doing that? What, again, you do not know this person personally. Haumjui, hujai meet hivi. Hata ukaulizwa ako na nini wrinkles ama nini, hawezi jua because kile umeona tu ni picha zake. Na akipigwa amepigwa ameweka filters nini, hawezi jua kama kuna wrinkles ama hapana. Lakini uko hapo na comment ukitukana mtoto wa watu. Why would you do that? Social media, everybody has a power. Hata wewe mwenye unaenda hapo kuangalia hizi stories ukicomment, you have the power. Unaenda kwa hizi nini za maceleb, as I said in a previous episode. Unaenda kwa hizi stories za celebs ama nini, unapata wameandika kitu and you start insulting them. Na ukiulizwa unasema no, it was just criticizing. Kuna criticism yenye ni mzuri. If you're telling me, hey, naona umefanya hivi, but just a point of correction, I don't think you should have done it this way. You should have maybe done it this way. It will have worked more. That is positive. But unaendapo na matusi, unatukana mtu, unabaki. Why would you insult somebody's child? And I like something that Terence Creative does. Saa zingine anakuja anachukua picha za watu wanatukananga bibi yake, anakuja na tupostia, anasema huyu alisema bibi yangu bla bla bla. I love it. Alafu napata anaanza kumdm, anamwambia mimi sikuwa na ubaya, nilikuwa nasema tu. Mbona ulikuwa unasema unatukana bibi ya mtu? Today as I record this, nimeona kwa Instagram Jackie Matubia put up a photo of a woman who said something about her daughter, the last born. Alita mtoto wenyewe bubu. Why would you say something like that about somebody's child? Wewe mwenye hata maybe you're not even a mother yet. Haujui utazaa nini. Ama you're a mother but you do not know. Accidents happen. Kuna kitu inaitwa meningitis inakujanga saa zingine bila kujua, and it can take anything from your child, including their mind. So wewe unajiambia hapo unatukana mtoto wa watu. Do you know that every one of us, we are one accident away from becoming either blind or handicapped in any other way? One accident away. So unaingia hapo unatukana mtoto wa watu. For what reason? What gave you the strength to say something like that about somebody's child? About somebody. Lakini umekapo junono umenunua bundles ama umelipia wifi, unaona uko na nguvu, ama tunatumia wifi ya kampuni. Umeona wacha niandikia huyu mtu ujinga kwa hii nini yake, mbona ametupostia kitu kama hii. And then you say, mbona alipost kama hakuwa anataka kusikia kila watu watasema. Fine, sikatai. But must your comment be negative? Must your comment be insulting? You can write a negative thing without insulting anybody. Alafu also, again, as I always say, there's the option of unfollowing this person. So, social media for me has been good, as I said, and it has also been bad. I love it because of just the fun. I had to learn for myself that hizi vitu tunaona social media zisinipatie stress, zisinipatie pressure. I look at some things and I'm just like, ni sawa. I might look at some things that I'm like, I would like to have that. And the one that has been getting my nowadays is baby fever. Oh my God. I look at cute little babies and I'm like, God, hope one day I'll be able to carry my own baby and I'll be able to sniff them and just, oh my God, hear the little coos and stuff. And I see puppies. I love puppies. I love puppies. And I look at them and I'm like, oh my God, I want to have a puppy someday. So there's sometimes I look at them and I'm like, okay. So when I go on social media, sometimes I look at things and I'm like, this is something I would like to have. And this is something I wouldn't want to have. This person I would like to be friends with. But then I'm friends with a lot of these celebs. Na hawajui sisi ni marafiki. Trevor Noah is my husband, number one. He's my husband, number one. He does not know it. He does not know me. But I love that man. Oh my God. I love him so much. And every time I see his face, like I'm recording this and on my screen, TV screen, it's his latest podcast. He imetoka this Thursday. And I'm looking at him and Christina and Josh Johnson. And I'm like, oh my God, Trevor, my husband. So I love him so much. Harry Styles is my husband, number two. Does not know me. Doesn't know it, but he's my husband. So you see things and people that you are like, we are friends. And I have so many friends on social media, these celebs. Now, I'm a two people who you comment something and they vibe with you. Oh my God, those are the best. And I'm like, you and I, we are friends. Nivle haujui, but we are best of friends. It's just that we have never met and we might never meet, but yeah, we are friends. Ama if you're like a fan of a certain TV show, ama kitu kama hiyo, and then you go to the TV comments, like the post wanaeka, and the comments people, and I'm like, all of you are my friends because we agree. We are supporting the same thing. This fan fiction that we are trying to get to work, I am there with you. We are friends. So social media can do that for you. But also you should learn that, yeah, just because that you are friends on social media and they're not real friends, unafaa kutofautisha. I know of somebody who has more than 3,000 friends on Facebook. She does not know like half of those people. Actually, let us say half, three-quarter of those people. My Instagram, I have 100 and something friends. These are people I know. Ukiniambia huyu ni nani, nitakwambia ni mtu fulani. Huyu ni mtu fulani. Huyu ni mtu fulani. They follow me because I know them. If I do not know you and you send me a friend request, I don't accept it. Unless on Mimi's Music Podcast, please go and follow. Huko, I'll allow you. But on my personal one, I don't want you there. If I don't know, because why would I want you to come and see my photos and then start insulting me and you have never met me in person? So I don't agree with that. But Mimi's Music Podcast, because it's an open platform, go. There you can insult me if you want. I'll just block you and move on. So, but honestly, social media has made me interact with people that I never knew I would interact with. Some of these celebs are very nice. They write something on their stories, you comment, and they reply to you. I love it when they do that because it shows that they care about their fans. But kuna mtu nili-unfollow because uyu. I used to text and text and text. I know they have so many messages. Na sichukuli kwa ubaya, by the way. Si kwa ubaya. Ni vile tu mimi with my anxiety, I was like, no, I'm not going to keep doing this. So I'll just unfollow them and I move on. And that's what I ended up doing. I just unfollowed them, moved on, and I was like, that's much better. And I don't miss her. I like at all. Because again, these people, we don't know them for real. So hata ukiacha kumfollow, hakuna kitu feel nika una lose in your life. So there's that. So anyway, social media is a place that is not real. Those people are real wherever they are. But while you are there on those social media streets, these people are not real, like at all. You do not know them. Even if you can see their picture, you do not know them. You do not know what they eat, what they like, what they hate, how they are. You know nothing more than whatever it is that they present to you there. And some of them, as you know, they live such fake lifestyles. Mtu ameweka picha hapo, sijui alikuwa wapi. Oh, manifesting Diani. Na Jay kanyaga kama mimi. Jay kanyaga Diani kama mimi. Alienda tu akachukua picture kwa kiti ya mtu mwingine na anakuja kapost. Like the other day I saw kwa nini post ya celeb. Mtu amekuja amecomment kitu, celeb ameipin. Nikasoma comments zote, jwazi kwa mingi. At the bottom, another person with a different name amecomment the exact same thing. So I was like, okay, who is the real owner of this comment? Ni huyu mwenye ako huko chini ama ni huyu mwenye amepiniwa comment yake? because it was exact the same words, word for word, exact same thing, but moja imepiniwa na mwenye nini, the content creator, na hiyo ingine it has not been pinned. Alafu pia ikuwa na avatar, so I don't know, maybe it was a bot or something, I don't know, but who wrote it first? Who said it first? Who thought of it first? Ama ni kitu alitoa place ingine wakakuja kucomment hapo, because people plagiarize all the time. But I was like, okay, yeah. But anyway, other than making fake friends on social media, I love it also because a lot of the recipes I've tried to cook whenever I have a little money to, try new recipes, I look for them there, especially when it comes to baking. Juu hiyo unga mimi natumianga tu, and by the way, mi hutumia X, ile X ya yellow when baking. Siekangi baking powder, siekangi bicarbonate. And I know you're supposed to use them when you're baking, but me, my cakes, whenever I bake, I just use that unga peke. I add sugar and whatever else that needs to be added, but I never add baking powder ama. And my cakes always come out good and delicious. But I always go and find recipes, naangalia hapo different ways of making even rice, because manze, ukisha kula githeri na mchele na ugali, ukirudia, inafika mali you just want to know, how differently can I make this githeri? Ndio ikuwe more enjoyable. How differently can I make this ugali na mboga or mayai ama, mchele, utaongeza nini ingine to spice it up more. So I love checking recipes on social media, but whenever I try them, because I live by myself, nitajaribu tu kadogo, because for me, ndo nione kama itakuwa mzuri, because sometimes unaweza enda ujaribu kwa nyumba wenyewe ati watu wako wengi, alafu kuja upate ni mbaya. And remember, some of these things, they do these recipes because they're advertising brands kama kina Royco na vitu kama hiyo, alafu unaenda kujaribu unapata, oh my god, no. It wasn't what I expected. But anyway, I love it for making fake friends. I love it for recipes. I love it because of some motivations. I have self-therapized so much for such a long time, and social media helps me calm down sometimes. I've learned to block and delete whatever is negative on social media, and I only follow people who give me motivation, by the way. I think I follow 500 and something pages, and all of these people, and pages and people, because they included, and all of these, they give me some type of motivation. Jumimi, if you are only giving me bad vibes, I unfollow you. Rosafi. Because I have the power to do that. I don't want to go there and unanipatia stress. Even if I love you, I love your work, you're a musician, you're an actor, but as long as whenever I log in, whatever you have posted is giving me stress, I'll unblock you. I'll just block you. I'll unfollow you. Because mbona napatiwa pressure na mtu mwenye ako social media? I've learned not to put the negative things ahead. And whenever I see something that is negative, I walk away from it. I don't dwell too much on it. I hope you do the same. Learn to differentiate between the truth and the lies. Learn to read between the lines. Learn how to make your own research, to do your own research, just to be able to come up to a conclusion that is a truthful one, so that you do not end up hurting other people. Social media has given us platforms that where we can go and write and say our thoughts, but sometimes we have to be very, very strategic and very, very aware of whatever it is that we're saying, because you might end up hurting people so badly because you just wanted to be seen as somebody who knows what is going on. Alafu you end up messing very, very badly. So let us be mindful. Let us be careful when we're using this social media. Let us be respectful. Let us not just trust everything we see over there, because a lot of it might be fake. Let's just be mindful. Let us write things because we feel like whatever it is I'm writing is okay. And if I were in that person's shoes and somebody else came and wrote whatever it is I'm going to write, I would be okay with it. Let's think before we react, because sometimes hautaki tu ungoje kujua kama ni ukweli ama ni uongo. Hizi marriages za social media, watu wanaoana, wanakuja, somebody cheats on that person, alafu wanarudi kutuwekea pati ingine kubwa ndo tuone, alafu anza tupatia advice. Do not give me a solicited advice, especially if you're doing the wrong thing. You want to forgive your cheating husband, you forgive your cheating husband. If you know what is happening in Nairobi, you will know who I'm talking about. But if you want to forgive your cheating husband, you go ahead and do it. But do not come on social media and glorify that person and glorify his deeds. Ukituambia pati, oh, marriage works. Yes, marriage works. But marriage works in a way that is not so painful for you. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that painful. Somebody shouldn't have to cheat and lie ndio ukuje useme, oh, nilimsamea, this is why marriage works. No. Marriage works because of love. Marriage works because of communication. Marriage works because of compromise. Marriage works because of hard work. You wake up every day and you choose to be faithful to your partner. You choose to be faithful. You choose to be present. You choose to be conscious of their needs. You choose to be committed. But somebody goes and cheats on you, and not even once. Atutasema, oh, oops, alikuwa amelewa. Constantly. Alafu unarudi, mnaachana, mnarudiana, unakuja kutuwekea online. Marriage works. You should forgive. God. Guy nini, woi. Just know. Angalieni vitu pia nyi maselebu mnatuwekea online. Because sometimes you do things and I'm like, no, I'm not going to be on that bandwagon. I'm just not going to follow you because of that. I'll delete and block you. Hata kama I know you do not follow me, but I'll just block you ndo tu ni feel at ease. Because why? Why are you advising me the wrong thing? Alafu, social media is not for kids. Let's just not put our kids, like, okay, you can share your child, but let not your child go on social media by themselves. Juu kuna vitu zingine hawafai kuona. And these children talk, and they talk to each other. Juu wewe mzazi mzuri umezuia mtoto wako kuona vitu zingine social media, you never allow them there. Lakini mzazi next door, yeye anachanga mtoto wake anaona kila kitu social media. Whatever it is, like I said, I was on X, I didn't know that there's porn on X. I saw it yesterday. I was puzzled. It wasn't like a whole, how many hours in a kwanga. It was a clip. Like ones that can be shared on X. Because I saw it was 1 point something minutes, I think. I logged out. Because I was like, what is this? So you can imagine your child innocently going there, searching for whatever, alafu kitu kama you pop up. Unaexplainia mtoto wako nini? Aje, unaanza aje. So, I know, a lot of unsolicited advice, but all I'm saying is social media can be good and it can also be bad. I wouldn't want it to be banned like they wanted to ban TikTok, but I would say let's regulate it. Juu kuna vitu zingine manze, si lazima zikuwe. Kuacha mtu enda kazitafute. If you want to watch, dirty things, kuna sites hizo vitu, go and search for them there. But these other ones, people want to share family things and, picnics and, I went to where, let them share there. But vitu zingine, they shouldn't be on such sites, and if they are, they should be restricted vizuri kabisa. You should even have, like, I don't know, write your ID number or whatever. You can be able to access them. Because sometimes it's just crazy. So let's be mindful when on social media. And also let us take care of our own selves. Let us take care of our mental health. Let us take care of our hearts. Don't go there uone kitu utamani na unajua kabisa mbele nyuma hauwezi ifikia this time. And if you see something that you want for yourself, si mbaya think ahead. Si mbaya kutaka mazuri in your life. Sio mbaya aspire for something, towards something. Like, it's not bad. But let's not be greedy. Let's not be hateful because you're insulting somebody because they have something you do not have. That's not the kind of person we should be. So let's be very mindful. Let's be careful. Let's be loving. These social media streets are fake and they are vain, but we have to be very careful and just know which steps to take, where to go, where not to go. Okay? And this is about all of them. All of them. Regulations should be applied because we need some structure. Kuna vitu zingine saa zingine hazifai kuwa kabisa. But either way, just love yourself enough that when you go on social media, you take in whatever is good and you refuse whatever is bad. Okay? That being said, Go down to the comments below and tell me what you have seen on social media, what you love about it, what you do on your social media, and what you don't do. If you have ever deleted or blocked or, unfollowed somebody because of what they stood for and you no longer stood for it, tell me in the comments down below. Text me on my WhatsApp if you have my number, and go to my Instagram, Mimi's Musings Podcast, and comment there as well when this comes out. Just tell me what you think. While you're doing that, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Please, I have to urge you, whenever you listen and you get to the end, make sure my like from the moment unataka kusikiza, just hit the like button, because when you hit the like button, it helps with the algorithm. More people see it, because it's like, oh, a lot of people are liking this, so watu wengi inafikia watu wengi and more people subscribe. Sasa tumefika 23 subscribers. I hope it grows. We are going very, very slowly, but please, please, please help our sister out. I need at least 1,000 followers. Na saizi bado tuko 23. I asked you guys for even just 50. Tuanze tu na 50 tukigrow. But anyway, for the ones who have already subscribed, thank you so much. May God bless you. Now muendelee kuni support. Always come back to listen. Don't just subscribe and walk away. Subscribe and always come back to listen, and make sure to like. Okay, bye bye now. Love you.